We'll be taking a look at some Braindance gameplay and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So, let's get started. It is time to take a look at our brand new trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer Pavel Sasko will be joining us because I've got a feeling you're going to have a few questions.
जल्दी दिखाओ भाई ट्रेलर
So,
जल्दी दिखाओ
let's take a look.
ट्रेलर रिवील ओहो ओ भाई
I love this town. The city of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano, not just any other city. Legends are born here.
your legend begins
The major leagues. We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
But we are. They just don't know it yet. But if you got the cojones and you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
Unless you catch a bull.
Even then, you go out with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gig, Dex? You meant to come out in one
भाई ये
piece?
तो GTA है भाई पूरा
How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, a biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy hitters.
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker?
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
ओ भाई
King, baby.
ओ भाई GTA भाई ये तो GTA 2077 है 2077
Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
He's lead, assholes!
ओहो
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof. Get your ass moving now!
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City.
Fucking major
Nice.
leagues. Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, that's fucking high! I'm the
हेलो
best!
फैंटम
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
नया ट्रेलर है ये
Dex, what the fuck?
Damn risky, V.
And you, who are you?
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue
अरे यार,
only,
ये
but
ये
there was
कुट्टी आ
an
गई।
awful lot in it. So Pavel, why don't
इसको
you
हटाओ।
try and help us unpack everything that we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So that awesome stuff is only happening in the first few quests. What the trailer shows you is really our stage, the Night City. You know, this gigantic city built
भाई,
of
ऐसा
6
होना चाहिए,
completely
ऐसा ही होना
unique
चाहिए।
districts, surrounded by the 7th one.
अरे
called
इसके लिए तो भाई
As a
10
player,
2080 Ti
you are
चाहिए
meeting Jackie. Jackie's your friend. Now, they together are trying
Jackie.
to reach out for something that is very precious. They are trying to reach out for this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal life.
थोड़ा बहुत
Jackie
COD
introduces you to
जैसा लग रहा है कॉल ऑफ
Hector
ड्यूटी का सिंगल प्लेयर
Deshawn.
मिशन जैसा
He's a very important person in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts
बहुत ही
to be able to
shadows
gather money, to be able
बहुत
to
ज़्यादा है
modify
इसमें।
their bodies, push themselves to the limits, to
Oh.
put their hands on the chip.
भाई,
But,
भाई।
as
NFS
you
का
can
feel आ रहा
expect,
है,
not
NFS
everything
plus
goes as
GTA।
planned, and but to see it, you have to play the game.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer, and there's a few that I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh,
जिसके
yes.
बारे में
So,
बात करिए
the Mox is one
हेलो
of the gangs that
कल
players
ये
will
गेम नहीं
interact with
चलने वाली हमारे
throughout the
पीसी
game.
में हाँ
The
भाई
Mox
लग रहा है
is the gang that
ओ
has
भाई
been
ओ
formed in
भाई
2076
ये
after death
बाहर है
of
ये अब है
Elizabeth Borden. She was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and
Owner of
former
a
sex
brothel.
worker,
भाई, this is our
and
game.
She was
Owner of a
protecting
brothel.
working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a player, you are going to interact with that gang, meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them and understand what they're all about.
Means we
So
can
earlier
also
on,
run
you did mention a seventh
इसलिए
district,
मुझे
a place
देखना ही
called
नहीं।
Badlands. Now, we saw a few
Detroit
shots of
became
this
human
in the
खेल रहे
trailer,
हैं।
but I'd love for you to give us a bit more
हाँ
detail
भाई।
about the district outside
वो
of
का
the city
ग्राफिक अच्छा
walls.
था, but
Okay,
अभी
so
Cyberpunk,
the
only
Badlands
Cyberpunk.
is this like dead, dried out
It is 18
space
plus.
going around the whole night city. And as a player, you'll be able to
ओ भाई ये तो
traverse that
GTA
space in your car or
बिल्कुल
motorcycle.
GTA अच्छा
This
वाला
is a
GTA
space
लग रहा
that
है।
is inhabited by the nomads. Nomads are living in the different families and they are traveling
देख
across
के लग रहा है कि
space
गेम
in convoys
10-20
made
FPS
out
में
of
चल रहा है।
cars and motorcycles. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands.
मुझे Mad Max का फील आ रहा है।
In the trailer, we also saw like a completely metal creature. Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So, please tell the people at home, who is this giant metal monster?
Okay, so the
Giant
big dude
metal
that was
monster.
Adam Smasher. He has been
Oh.
introduced in pen and paper in Cyberpunk
Adam
2020 by our senpai Mike Pondsmith.
I think ये
Adam Smasher
उसकी
is
तरह
a fully
Alita
converted
Battle Angel जैसा।
cyborg. He is
Cyborg.
he was always a loyalist of Arasaka, and time has changed. And in 2077, he had to find his own space in Night City. But to find out, you have to play the game.
In this trailer,
Oh,
we do
basic
see
game villain है क्या
some
इनका?
flashes of a Ripper Doc called Victor
ना
Vector.
इसमें
If
तो
people
200
have watched our previous gameplay,
200
they might
पे
remember
चल
him.
रहा
But I'd really
होगा
like for
हमारे।
you to give the people at home some more
हाँ,
information
वो भी है
about
भाई।
what Ripper Docs are and how
लेकिन
they'll be
60 FPS चल रही है ना
interacting with them
स्टीम,
when they
60
play
FPS देखना चाहिए गेम प्ले।
So
वो
So the
वो क्या कर
trailer
दिया मैंने?
contains
Sorry.
specific type of a job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs
okay.
to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body,
Enhance
change you
your
into this
body.
walking war machine. And
Walking
as a
war
player,
machine.
you are going to meet different kind of Reaper dogs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some of them
Oh
are
भाई,
like
ये
important
game है
characters
grind
for
करने
for
वाला।
a story. Through that, you will invest eddies that you're
Oh.
gathering to turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets of Night City.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining
Means
us. I know you'll be back
grinding
later
वाला
in the
game है
episode
भाई।
because you're going to be helping us to
Video
analyze
quality
the
टट्टी है
Braindance
honestly।
gameplay. But before that, we do have some news to share.
YouTube में हमें
Earlier in the year,
Mobile में
we
480p
announced if
दिखेगा।
you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when the console launches. And just in case you missed it,
भाई
will
इसी
be
के लिए
same
PC
for
बनाना है,
PlayStation
इसी के लिए
players as
गेम
well.
खेलने के लिए वाला।
If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when the console launches. And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
Tonight City.
Oh, very nice.
Before we reveal our first look at the Braindance gameplay and
Whitey
welcome
Gandu.
back our developers for a chat,
अभी
there is just one more
अब की
thing
बार
we
PC
want to
बनाना, लैप
announce.
पे मत लेना। हाँ,
Something that we've been
अब PC
working
लेंगे।
on in secret for a while.
Secret.
We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger
अरे हटाओ
and
यार,
Netflix
हटाओ
to
इसको
release
ट्रिगर और
Cyberpunk Edge
Netflix का।
Runners, a standalone anime set in
Cyberpunk
the
के बारे में बताओ।
Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on for some time now. Edge Runners is due to launch in 2022, but for some more information, let's go to the team in Tokyo.
म्यूजिक
Hi,
क्या
my name is
म्यूजिक है?
Saya
अरे
Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edge Runners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company.
ये जापानीज है?
We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever
सही
there
है
are
भाई।
nerds, there's going to be anime fans. So it was always
मेरी
meant for
MBA की
us
क्लासेस
to
चल रही हैं,
make
गान
anime.
मार दी है,
When we
टाइम
began
नहीं है,
this
मेरे
project,
लैपटॉप पे।
we were certain that we didn't want to make a recreation of the game.
जब टाइम मिले
Cyberpunk
तब।
Edge Runners is a standalone story set in the same universe. The stage is still
भाई
Night
जापान
City.
देख के लग रहा है कि
Everything
ये
else is
साइबरपंक
totally
है।
new.
मतलब ये असली
New
में साइबरपंक बन
characters,
जाएगा।
New story. I do like to think that it's going
क्या
to be
मस्त
a
मस्त जगह है।
great gateway
इसकी
for
आंखें
newcomers
ग्रीन है
to
यार,
come
इस
and
लड़की की।
check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole.
और
Right
जापानीज
now
एक्सेंट
we're
नहीं
in
है उसका।
Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world. I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
ओ क्या चल रहा है?
トリガーの代表取締役のモスカです。
गेम खरीदे जा रहे हैं खेलना का नाम टाइम हाँ भाई वो
吉成です。
ゲームのサイバーパンクのファンの方、今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作りたいです。よろしくお願いします。
アニメबनाने वाले hentai वाले
僕らが
Cyberpunk क्या बनाएंगे
一ファンにしか過ぎなかった頃に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた、時代が何周もして作れるというのが非常に楽しみです。
トリガーも10年ということで監督に今井氏、キャラクターデザインに吉成
मस्त होगा यार
トリガーの最強の武人で
constant content stealing
していきたいと思います。
हाँ भाई ये गेम मेरे पीसी में मैक्स 25 FPS पे चलेगी, चल जाएगी भाई चल जाएगी। Cyberpunk Edge Runner is a basically Cyberpunk Edge Runner ये एक स्टैंड अलोन DLC टाइप होगा जो कि 2022 में आएगा।
Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasso.
गेमप्ले अभी तो आएगा भाई, बैठे रहो।
Our senior quest designer and
गेमप्ले देखो
all-round
भाई,
master, who will be helping to
30 45 45
and give you
भी
some
मिल गया
explanation
बहुत
on
है
how
भाई।
you'll be
मैं तो 30
interacting with
FPS में
Braindance when you
खेल
play
लूंगा भाई,
Cyberpunk 2077.
और
So,
सबसे लोएस्ट रेजोल्यूशन में भी खेल लूंगा
Plan simple.
खेलने के लिए।
Don't get creative.
स्ट्रीम नहीं करनी भाई, कंटेंट बना के
Get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
Okay.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high.
कोई मिशन है इसमें वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस, ऊपर लिखा हुआ है वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस डज नॉट रिप्रेजेंट द फाइनल लुक ऑफ द गेम बट लुक एट द शैडोज यार क्या मस्त है। Okay. बैंक लूट रहा है, ये स्टोर लूट रहा है। Looks like GTA mission where you are stealing money, but just the advanced mechanics. क्या हुआ इसको?
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
Okay. We have a dialogue option. We can choose.
Feel the guy's
Why is it a little blurry?
dress, his
I have no idea, bro.
hope,
Probably 480p.
wrapped up in something else.
Bro, you can watch it directly in IGN also. You can directly go watch there in IGN in 1080p.
Let's switch over to editing mode.
Okay. Talk to Judy.
I'll sever the link to the BD roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours.
Oh.
Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you feel the need. Then you use the editor console to unpause. Try it.
What does mean?
Simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get
We
out,
can
and we sell the BD to
go to some analysis mode and
Got it.
Dream as hell,
can
right?
check
Well, that's
what
not
we
all.
did.
You can speed things up or rewind, whatever you like.
ये उसकी तरह है बैटमैन में जब क्राइम सीन इन्वेस्टिगेशन होता है उस टाइप का। You can go back, you can go forward and all. ऐसी टाइप के।
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it.
Reset the recording. You can start the mission again.
Now for some fun. This here's why you came in the first place.
Oh.
In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD roller.
Okay.
Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Scan it. Scan the gun.
Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks. And remember,
okay, right here.
Very gun.
Excellent. Let's move on.
Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the roller got close enough. This tech records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see several sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Oh, मतलब कुछ करने से पहले we can know the information.
Okay, we have a deal today on 2 flavors, curry and surf. Everybody,
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
Yeah, it's how BD recording implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor.
My question is,
pop. Keep playing with the sound.
is it like source code we can restart the mission same, I mean as we want?
What I see you kissing the flooring, money.
ये already हम कर चुके हैं.
Layers in the raw. Stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kuroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Huh. Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her.
Scan. ये उसकी तरह है यार, बैटमैन की तरह. Scan कर रहा है. एक सेकंड ना, तब तक मैं जल्दी से यूप्ले ऑफ कर देता हूँ. Okay.
See that? They shot him and he.
Yeah, it has lot of GTA and वो hacking वाली कौन सी गेम थी? Hacking वाली गेम, Watch Dogs. सबका मिक्सचर है. हाँ भाई, सबका मिक्सचर है. GTA जैसा मोड है, हैकिंग में वो है Watch Dogs, एंड गेमिंग में NFS टाइप है, मतलब I mean कार राइडिंग में. एक्चुअली में वॉच, और ये जो दिखा रहा है ना, ये बैकवर्ड गो फॉरवर्ड वाला क्राइम सीन इन्वेस्टिगेशन, ये बैटमैन में हुआ करता था. एनालिसिस करना, क्राइम सीन इन्वेस्टिगेशन एक होता था उसमें.
Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
अभी मैं एग्जिट कर रहा हूँ इसमें, तो क्या ये मिशन दोबारा किया जा सकता है?
Yeah, it's impressive, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So Braindance is a pretty big part of the Cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's 2 sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore. So how this actually fits into the universe. And then there's the gameplay side. So how players will be interacting with it. So Patrick, could you tell us more about the lore of Braindance?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else, so that they could relive them as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course adult fare as well. Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
Mercenary, उसने बोला, तो एक कोई क्लास हो सकती है, mercenary.
Trying to figure out the best way how to use the Braindance in the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled on is this Braindance editor mode. As a player, you will be able to run the Braindance in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral of given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide on the timeline of the recording back and forth trying to uncover different
Basically
clues.
उसके जैसे
And
जैसे एक
that
फोटो
clues
में
are
बोलते हैं ना
actually
कि
telling a
find
story
out
in the
20
game.
animals in this
So,
photo, find
as a
out 10
player, you will
10
run different
buses in
investigations
this
that will lead you
picture वैसे वाला.
to different mysteries,
मतलब
and you will uncover them
hints.
actually using that Braindance
Pause
as
the
a
game,
mechanics in the
you
game.
find out the hints.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use Braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use Braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about
Doesn't
a
matter
mercenary on the
actually
tough
जो ये बोल
streets.
रहा है इतना deep जाने
So
की
we've
जरूरत नहीं.
tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but you know, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for?
Obviously,
Patrick, why don't you
from
start?
So one of the things that I'm most
CD
excited
Projekt
about in
Red,
this game is the
ये तो
characters
पक्का है
and the
कि
way they
they will make
interact
it
with the
very
world. We've
interesting.
got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 2020 source material and all of these events and all of those things. But those don't mean anything unless they connect with characters. And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out what was their childhood like? What was their upbringing like? What kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality, and did they overcome them, and how did they overcome them, or did they not overcome them, and why? And you can see all of those things in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now you look at someone like Vector, and you're going to see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much. We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience to put them into the quests that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game.
Okay.
Like, everything has a meaning. Like, we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to find out what you think.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, Holly, I mean, you asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa, and I'm a quest
अरे
designer.
भाई.
So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk. At the very beginning, I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, you know, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artists actually approached me,
सब कुछ तो काट दिया
and they said that they want to take a look on my notebook. I was like, what for actually? And they took some pictures, and they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer. so yeah, well, you may find maybe some of my notes in the game.
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty lucky because
Sounds
I have
fun,
read
Max.
some of the stories that you and the team have written for Braindance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about. Earlier in this
Gameplay दिखाओ ना
episode,
यार.
I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and they should be posting their impressions right about now. And if you missed anything from today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So,
Is that
we shall
all?
see you
No
soon.
gameplay? Come on, show some more gameplay, yaar. Anyway, November 19th, then it's fine. Okay, that's all. GG's. Okay, overall very nice.